think the wind, when I get the Blackstone all fired up and I'm waiting for it to get warm, it just takes forever because that wind is basically blowing that flame off, so it's not hitting that slab, the Blackstone grill top. And so I think I let it warm up for like 10 minutes last night, put the meat on there, and I felt like it was just warming it.
Because the flames are just kind of basically going horizontal, right?
Yeah. Well, the one on the left side, it was actually doing all right, but the right side was...
It was good.
Yeah.
The right side was just struggling because you couldn't really get
It was a wind.
Meat.
See, I think the best thing to do is just to let it warm up for like 20 minutes. Because if you put meat on a cold stone, you ever put meat on a cold stone?
I've never put meat on a cold stone.
Yeah, well, you don't want to do that. That's for sure.
Thanks for the advice.
Welcome to the Groove Live Podcast with Shane and Mikah Lunsford.
Estamos contentos de que estés aquí. Siéntate, relájate y disfruta el show.
I just want to know what makes you groove.
A nice light roast coffee first thing in the morning.
I mean, really, I just like tacos. Anything tacos. You can even put lasagna in a fucking taco. I wouldn't care. Mike, I did not say that.
Come on, Dad. I was sitting right next to you.
You would never even...
I heard you.
Family week.
It was amazing.
It was awesome. We had Pseudo home and Seth came home. We were all out to dinner and I was like, this is my family right here.
Yeah.
We don't get to do that very often. A few times a year.
Not as often as we'd like to, but whenever we do, it's awesome. It's just so awesome.
Yeah. And we're kind of a spectacle.
Yeah.
We're just good looking guys and gals for sure. But no, it was fun all weekend. We hung out with Jordan and Seth and celebrated 30 years for Jordy.
I know. I mean, not quite. Almost. On the 12th. May 12th.
But we're celebrating it. Anyway.
Yeah, we were celebrating it. It was good.
It was good, though. I mean, other than that, you're just busting ass at school right now.
Oh, my gosh. So close. My last assignment is due in 2 weeks.
Okay. And that's when you're done completely.
I'll have my last class that same day.
Okay. Don't talk about it anymore.
Okay.
I'll have a dream about it.
Okay. Sorry. My bad.
Immediately.
Anyways.
Immediately I'll dream about it.
Do you like my hair?
I love your hair.
Thank you.
I cut mine too.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. See?
You liar.
It used to come down.
Honestly, you could cut a whole foot off and I would have no idea because they're so long.
Because I don't wear them down.
No, but even when you wear them down, they're just so long. But
yeah. But if I cut a foot off, you'd notice.
Yeah.
A foot's a lot. But they are down to my knees.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And if you bend over far enough, they're down to the floor.
Same with your hair.
It was stupid.
You'd have to bend all the way over and put your head on the floor, though, with yours now.
Yeah, honestly. I'd have
short.
to be, when I lay on the floor, my hair touches the floor. Yeah.
It's long.
Yeah, really
Can you do this? Put it all the way to your mouth? Yep. That means it's long.
That's what it means?
Yeah, back when I was growing my hair out, I mean, Bry Guy probably knows this too.
I still chew on my hair.
Yeah.
I have a really long tongue now.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Brian
got
cut his hair
he got his
too.
hair cut and his tongue extended.
I did.
It's great. Yeah. He wanted the Gene Simmons thing.
Or when he wants to put his hair in his mouth, he just snips off a little piece and just...
That's what you could do, is just make a little keychain out of hair. And then
This is getting perverted.
Little did we know, he has his old ponytail on a keychain.
he also just pulls it out.
I whip myself with it.
Oh gosh, there.
Flog
Now you went
myself.
there.
Too far.
Flogging
far
himself.
enough.
Flogging Brian's the name of his band.
Okay.
But,
I think we might be driving our guest crazy that we're not letting him
what
talk.
guest? Do we have a guest?
We have a guest and we should let him talk.
Let's do it then. Let's bring him on. Please welcome Tequila Bob. Tequila Bob. Is that the sound Tequila Bob makes? Like
No,
if you had a bobblehead, would it make that sound? You know,
Well,
like,
it probably would. You know, I kind of picked that up. And
Dude.
It's kind of my signature.
yeah, it's your thing now.
So when I travel all over the country and I come into some places, you know, they're like, oh my God, Tequila Bob's here. And I'm like,
Yeah.
And they
So you
love
need
it.
to get like a sound clip of that, like on your phone or a little button, and you can just hit it whenever you want.
I think I'd rather have that than a lock of my hair.
Yeah.
It was getting a little creepy.
Yeah.
But, you know, I was kind of getting into it.
He's got a lot of little fetishes over there.
I was kind of.
Would you like a lock of
morphing.
Brian's hair? Would that change it?
Yeah.
No.
That's going to cost you.
We can make
He'll
that
trade
happen.
you in tequila.
He says that's going to cost you.
That's going to cost you.
It would be kind of nice to start a collection from every podcast on, get a clip of everybody's hair.
Then you could clone every single person.
And I can put it in there and pull it out and put it in a time capsule.
Here's the fun thing.
I think we're onto something.
Here's
I
the
think
fun
they'd
thing.
have a different name for you besides
Tequila.
Tequila Bob.
Well, depends what
Can I call you
my prison name.
Tequila for short, or what?
Whatever you want to call me, man. Just don't call
Techie?
me late for dinner.
Yeah.
Boom. There we go.
My dad always said that.
I know. It's an old man.
I'm going to start calling you dad.
I'm
The
okay
thing
with that.
Or we're the
about-
same age.
Tequila
so-
dad. Tequila dad.
Tequila dad. Tequila mockingbird.
Oh,
I
well
got it.
played. Well
The
played.
thing about living
Yeah.
with Shane Lunsford over here is that sometimes you'll just find a dreadlock on the couch or
In a drawer.
in a drawer or in the console of the car. It's just he loses a dread on accident. He's like,
Not
okay.
like a whole dread, but
No,
like,
like
a little piece.
a little piece.
Come off when I'm sleeping or something, and then I just throw it in the drawer and think I'll reincorporate it.
Because you can like kind of sew it back on, you know?
Are you sure you're not planting it? Maybe.
Maybe. Planting treads. Put it in
it
some
starts
soil.
growing
I
from
propagate
where
it in
they're
front of the window.
Absolutely. You know, there's worse things you could be doing.
Yeah. I try to tell her to not propagate it in front of the window because it's kind of a bad habit.
Dad, I don't.
Got to
Do
have
that.
the cops called on you.
I don't do that.
It's like the naked guy across from Friends.
Ugly naked guy.
Ugly naked guy.
Yes.
That's a hurtful name, too.
Ugly naked guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would probably be canceled now if it came out.
Yeah, I think he's a good looking guy. We'd take the ugly out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Must be naked guy.
So Bob, man, how long have you been? Are you a local for life? Have you been here forever?
Yes, pretty much my entire life.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I Cleveland Elementary, Roosevelt Middle School.
Oh, wow.
Back when I was, growing up, Roosevelt Junior High.
Right.
7th,
We were
8th, and
junior
9th.
high, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What year
then,
did you graduate?
83.
Okay, I was 87, just a few.
From junior
after you.
high or from.
From life. From life.
Got it.
Yeah, from Jefferson.
It's
High
when
School.
your sentence ends. I feel like you always think, I'll never finish school. I'll never finish high school. And then it's over, and then it's like 50 years later.
Well, my teachers told me I was going to finish school because, believe me, they had enough of me too.
Yeah.
So they reminded me that, hey, this is your last year.
And
You
that
will
was,
be out.
That was BT, before tequila.
Oh, man. Yeah. Back then
He was in
it was Mad
elementary
Dog.
school still. Hey.
Yeah.
BTB.
Yeah.
BTB. Before
B,
Tequila Bob.
Oh.
But I meant before
Well
tequila.
played.
Kind of like BC. I was doing
I
a
know,
Bible reference.
I'm just adding it.
Before tequila.
I made it
Bob.
better.
There we go. Yeah.
BT,
B.
B.
Yeah.
B.
B.
Yeah.
Dot.
So, you've been in tequila for a while, but I mean, how long has tequila been a part of your life? I mean, other than just drinking it socially.
Well, I would say on the business side of things, about a little over 5 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
From the beginning of Casa Amor when you joined up with them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. We started with a brand called Tequila More. And so we had another business partner at the time, and their relationships kind of went south. So the primary owner, Michael Darabin, as we separated from him, relaunched the brand because he was the formulation chemist. The only thing the other gentleman came up with the name was called Tequila More, which was kind of a cool squared little bottle.
Yeah.
And we went back to square one because we owned everything. We owned the distillery. He just had the name. So we got him out of the picture, brought in the Lozoya family.
The who?
Lozoya family out of
Lozoy?
Lozoy, yep, out of Calabasas, California.
Okay.
And it was Michael's friends and neighbors. And they have deep roots back to Mexico before the 1900s as well. So I guess I'm the only,
The only gringo.
I'm the only gringo. Yeah.
But at the
Or as they
same
call
time,
me in
I mean-
Long Beach, the only cracker.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's actually rules to this, right? You can't just distribute tequila unless you are a part of a family. What was that you told me?
Correct.
Something like
Yeah,
that?
so to actually have your own, it's almost like champagne for France.
Interesting.
So to have tequila and to have the land in Mexico, you have to have 3 generations minimum tied to that state of Mexico and Jalisco.
Yeah.
And then 5 generations to own it. If you don't have 5 generations tied back, you can only lease the land from the Mexican government.
Wow.
If you have 5, you can own the land. So
Wow.
we actually own the land, the distillery in Los Altos up in the Highlands.
How often do you go there?
I try to get there as little as possible, but every
as little as possible.
Yeah, 3 to 4 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll stop down there. If I'm down in LA, I'll zip down there real quick and then turn around and fly back out.
How far from? Oh, you fly in there?
I'll fly in. We have our own airfield right on our distillery, so
Okay.
I just fly right into that.
Yeah,
and bail out of there.
Because Mikah lived in Mexico for like a few years, and we always had to take a big old white van from the border.
Well, because we only lived 2 hours south of the San Diego border. I was in Ensenada, and so all you really had to do is just fly into San Diego because flights into Mexico were more expensive. Yeah, and then you just drive down.
I just remember looking like across the street is Mexico and across the street is San Diego, and it's just like two different places completely.
Crazy.
I mean, it is two different places.
It's like flipping the light switch.
No,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, you're not going to do that where we're at because even in the furthest part of Texas, like say Laredo, it's 17 hours by car. If you're going through Nogales, it's 21.
To get to your place?
To get to our place. And I've done the Nogales drive.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
let me tell you go through multiple, we'll say sanctioned lands, if you know what I mean. They're a little cartel influence.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But being a local helps, with them.
Right.
And it gets a little hairy.
So it's better to fly in.
Yeah, there's level A and level B roads here. You get down in those areas, there's no B, C. I mean, you're on.
Oh, man.
You just got to make sure you stay without going off the hill.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you're basically almost a balancing act, but it's pretty amazing.
Where did you say in Mexico was?
Los Altos. So in the state of Jalisco.
I'm looking it up. I want to see this. Los Altos.
Mm-hmm.
So she speaks fluent Spanish. You heard on the intro.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Los Altos in Jalisco.
Mm-hmm.
Is it beautiful out there?
Amazing.
All green and just
just
It's not this Los Altos Mexican restaurant in Kansas City, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
just
it's
making sure
the
that
one across the street.
Across the street.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, across the street and 8 states later.
8 states later. Perfect.
So for all those that are watching or listening, we have this beautiful setup here of tequila, and we're going to, throughout the pod, do some tasting. And so I thought maybe we could kick off this beginning here with just our first taste, and you can tell us about it.
Absolutely.
And we'll taste it, then we'll talk for a little bit more, and then by the time we get done, we'll just finish a bottle at a time.
We'll be pretty loose. I like it. Well, one thing I do like to say about our tequila, because I mean, tequila is the number one drink in the world right now. It's the biggest
Trending,
market.
huh?
Oh yeah, it's just unbelievable. I mean, 5-6 years ago, it seemed like every celebrity had a whiskey, and whiskey was huge, which still is. Whiskeys and bourbons. Now it's tequila.
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin Hart, Mark Wahlberg, everybody seems
Sammy
like
Hagar.
Sammy Hagar, brought back his old Wabo formula, Cabo Wabo.
Yeah.
And it's just The Rock, everybody Tresmaine. Everyone has a tequila because it's trendy.
He has vodka. No, he has gin, doesn't he? Aviator, I think, isn't that Hugh Jackman?
Oh yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
know. Yeah,
yep.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's good gin.
Yeah.
I'm not a big gin guy.
I'm not a big Aviator guy.
No,
I like
Sorry,
Tanqueray,
Hugh.
and everyone gives me shit for it.
that's
'cause
classic.
I just like it. Anyway,
it's proven.
I like tequila better. Let's keep going on this.
Yeah. So what we did when we went into it, and we've been approached since we've launched, and we've really made a big footprint in this tequila. I mean, multiple celebrities reached out to me in the entertainment, celebrity. I mean, I've had everybody wants to put their name on our bottle now.
Of course.
Because everybody wants their own. And we're in a position where we don't need to accept any of that. So,
Right.
And we don't. I mean, it's a great, it would launch our brand overnight. I mean, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
You throw, Shane Lunsford on this bottle, dude, we're next thing probably one of the top 3 tequilas in the world.
I mean,
without a doubt.
Fuck The Rock, man.
Exactly. He's got nothing on you. He doesn't got hair like that.
Exactly.
Does he have hair?
I don't think he has any hair. Yeah.
So we want to do it organically, do it the right way.
But you
make
still
the right
support
connections.
and work with famous people and stuff. They just don't get to put their name on it.
A ton of them. Yeah. I think I've seen the pictures. Famous Flossie, Big Flossie, Daz Dilling, or Snoop Dogg, Juice. I mean, it just goes big.
Yeah.
Chief Ferroni, Big C Style 19. It just keeps
we're
going.
pretty close with Snoop Dogg.
Oh, I like that.
Well,
He's actually
about 50 feet.
He waved to us one time.
Yeah. Personally.
Yeah.
Not a wave into a crowd or anything. I'm
It's
talking like
we're on the boardwalk of Venice. He's up in like a patio of
barely
an
up on a deck.
Airbnb. He looks down at us
and we yell,
waves.
Snoop.
Absolutely.
He was filming
So
something.
I would say we probably had more interaction with him than you probably.
Well,
had.
I would say so.
Until
Could you maybe give me an introduction, maybe possibly?
Yeah, I got you.
Would
I
he
got you.
remember your wave?
Yeah. Oh.
Because you're
Have
looking
you
at
seen
what?
my
He's
wave?
not going to remember.
Have you seen my
How
wave?
would he ever forget you?
Did you say 2 weeks and you'll be on his podcast? So you
Podcast, yeah.
I didn't know that he was doing a podcast, but
Well, he told me about it last week when we were talking
hanging?
on the phone.
Are you done yet?
Yeah.
I think he's
just
making
kidding.
an appearance on a podcast that I'm going to happen to be on with him. And all
Okay,
that other stuff.
okay. Yeah, I
And then I'm
gotcha.
going to do that Power 106 too on the
Yeah.
radio station. So
Okay,
I'm
Power
just out
106.
there.
That sounds familiar. Is that L.A.?
LA. It's the number one radio station in LA.
I remember Kanak was the shit when I was growing up. I mean, in the 80s, you know.
Yep.
All your hair bands were on KNAC out of L.A.
Hey, Q103.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that? Cedar Rapids.
I wasn't here.
Oh, my God.
We're not from here.
You remember Q103, don't you, over there?
I'm not from here as well.
Bueller? Anybody?
None of us are from here. Well, I mean,
Omaha.
people ask me, how long have you lived here? I say 20 years. Like, well, that's kind of from here, but not when you're as old as I am. That's not even half my life.
You could probably say I'm from here. I mean, I was born in Montana, but I moved here when I was 6.
Okay.
Like I grew up
You have
here.
deep
You're
roots
definitely
here.
from here.
I grew up here.
So,
Yeah.
what was the name of that station?
Q3?
Yeah.
Q103.
Q103.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Shit.
Q103. Bring that up. Yeah. Q103. KQCR. You know?
Yeah.
But so it's been a lot of fun. But one thing that we've done is, like I said, we want to do this all organically, do it our own way, control our own destiny. We know this isn't going to happen overnight. We're not in it for the quick score like a lot of people are. We're like, hey, we're going to go this as hard as we can, 5 years. You know, kind of sow the seed, let them, grow the seed.
Yeah.
One thing that we do about our tequila, you're going to see, and this is kind of a cool little thing. When our tequilas are all additive free, there's really only 4 ingredients in our tequilas. That's how pure and clean they are.
Yeah.
And I tell people whenever they say, hey, our tequila's additive free and it's all clean, there's a fun little test you can always do. And I did this on about every podcast.
And this is the Blanco, right?
This is the Blanco. You can do it with anyone. I tell people, pour the tiniest little bit in your hand and then rub your hands together. And if it's true additive-free tequila, your hands will not stick together. All of that will absorb right into your skin.
All right.
So you'll never feel it. And then
And it'll probably sanitize your hands, too.
Oh, it will. And then the true test is when you put it up, you kind of dip your head with your mouth open, you take a big breath, and you should only smell agave. You shouldn't smell any alcohol.
I mean, if I knew what agave smelled like, I guess
Wow.
that's what it smells
Well,
like.
you would know if you smelled like rubbing alcohol or something.
Shit,
So, yeah.
Micah, grab my elbow. My hands are stuck.
Wow.
That's
Nice.
You're out of here.
Commercial break.
So what are the 4 ingredients? I mean, obviously
Shane never made it
agave.
back to the table. He can't tell you that.
Oh, shoot, sorry.
But agave.
I was not actually trying to get the secret.
No.
I was just like, is this like a fun fact we can tell?
Oh yeah.
But, okay.
Oh yeah. Yes. We are a traditional roller mill too. So we do that to press all the juices out of the agave. Where a lot of companies only bake the agave for about a standard 24 to 26 hours. At about 180 degrees, we go for an extra 8 hours. And what I tell people when we do that, it doesn't give it any more juice or anything. It just softens it a little more, gives it a little more flavor.
That's what happens with me if I go for an extra 8 hours and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
Exactly.
softens it.
Oh, it does. It
Yeah.
does.
Hey, Brian.
Extra juice.
Hey, Brian.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I haven't even drank.
What the fuck, dude?
Hey, you know what? I don't even need 8 hours. Just telling you. But
Sorry about that.
Oh,
so
sexual jokes. That's what it is.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I
was trying to figure out what you were talking about.
I'm smelling what he's cooking. So, we're
Yeah,
talking about
exactly.
agave,
Yeah,
cooking all that.
So, can we try this? I want to try it. I mean,
Yeah.
my hands tried it.
Oh yeah. So now, if you really want to, if we're going to do the first one the right way, what I tell people is when you take a sip, a lot of people either kind of like a wine, they'll spit it out, but kind of hold it here for like a second or two between your cheek and gum. Then when you swallow it, after you swallow it, kind of go, bring it back up. It's going to change the whole different flavor palette and taste so much cleaner. There's no, like a typical silver has a little bit of burn because it's not barrel aged, but it's going to just melt down the backside of your palate.
Okay, I'm going to watch you do it.
Okay, so you just go.
Get that ASMR in there.
Get that, and then you go. When you bring it back up, just a whole different flavor
A
explosion.
little acid with it. I'm just
Oh
kidding.
yeah, yeah. Read out. Just
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that was
You
cool.
should.
changes the whole profile.
The fact that this is on video now is really embarrassing because I was like,
You were kind of making love to it in your mouth.
Process.
I like that.
Yeah, it was very
That was
sexual.
a proper tasting.
Wow.
Brian, don't.
No.
Nothing,
Zoomed
Brian.
right in.
Yeah.
Guys, we've reached our limit of these jokes on this podcast.
Yeah, we have a woman present.
We're done.
Okay.
The only one that can
cleaned it
make
up.
the next one would be her. So
Yeah.
If I make one, then you're allowed
it's
to make
back
more.
on.
You're allowed to make more.
Absolutely.
But until then, I give the go. Okay?
did you really taste it? Because I feel like you didn't have any.
No, I did, but I didn't want to.
Did you spit it back in the?
No. I just
See,
didn't do the whole thing.
Well,
Was I
now you
supposed to?
can. Now you kind of know.
Yeah. Get the full experience. It's actually really sweet. I know you're not supposed to say that. Are you about tequila?
No, kind of a nice segue right there. So one thing that we do is a lot of tequilas, we make sure that every agave plant, being in the highlands of Jalisco, unlike the lowlands, the highlands all of the volcanic ash is what kind of the tequila grows in the agave. And for that to grow, it doesn't get the rainfall annually like the lowlands do. So it takes a good 5.5, 6 years to mature the agave plant to get it where you normally want 5 years. But because of that, it's like I tell, when grass is starving, all it does is the roots of the grass grow deeper to try to find the water. That's kind of what the agave does in the highlands. But it's very bountiful in that volcanic ash. So a lot of the tequilas that you may taste that have a kind of a burn on the backside, a lot of those are grown in the lowlands, which that is agricultural land, so it's very peppery.
Yeah.
So a lot of these now distilleries are mixing highland agave to lowland agave to blend it to make it be a little smoother. But, there's a significant price difference between agave and highlands,
Right.
And lowlands. Right. And so what we do is after that happens, we make sure every agave plant has at least a 40% yield of sugar. This is going to tie into your first trivia question.
Okay.
So we'll see what's going on.
So the sweet's not a bad thing.
The sweet's not a bad thing. You kind of want it.
Yeah.
But we have less than a 1% total sugar content in there because you have to be called additive free.
So sugar is one of the 4 ingredients.
Absolutely. From the agave.
We got 2 of the 4.
Oh, we're
halfway there.
You're going to hear all 4 of them.
I'm
we'll see if you remember.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm listening.
But so when we get
But
that
it's THC free. There's no THC in there.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
It's not grown in the right field.
Yes, but so
They're going to, instead of seltzers, they're going to have THC tequila.
No,
I'm sure they probably
already do.
Yeah, I'm sure
they already do.
Yeah.
There's THC infused.
Yeah.
I see a lot of that vodka in California.
Yeah.
But so when we get a 40% yield, that gives us the maximum amount of basically production we can get out of that agave plant, which is nice. Okay, so you ready for the first trivia question? So an average agave plant is anywhere from 40 to 45 kilos, which is about 90 to 100 pounds.
Okay.
Wow.
Out of that 100 pounds, how many pounds does it take to make one 750 milliliter bottle of tequila? So out of the 100-pound agave plant, how many pounds of that 100 do we use to make one bottle?
And I would hope not a lot, because you'd have to grow a lot of agave to make each bottle. So what?
I guess like 25 pounds for a bottle.
Okay.
It's got to be,
It's going to be
I'll say 30 just to kind of
a scary number. Okay. Like we're going to be blown away.
Yeah, I know.
You in on this over there, hair lock guy?
I say 1 pound.
Wow.
One agave plant.
Oh, whole. That's 100 pounds.
100 pounds.
Oh,
one plant is 100 pounds.
What?
I
guess I'm not even listening.
Yeah.
Is my mic on?
Maybe you should.
Pay
Is my mic
attention.
on?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I'm doing my work back here.
Yeah.
Okay. So
His history test is tomorrow. So
it's anywhere from 11 to 12 pounds.
Okay.
It takes to make one bottle.
Wow.
So you got to grow a fuck ton of that stuff.
You do.
Wow.
That's
A
crazy.
lot, and constantly rotating. So as it's growing and being plucked and pulled, baby agave plants are constantly sprouting out from them. So it's just a constant churn.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
But that's what makes it kind of cool, And
So you get like 9 or 10 plants or bottles out of a plant.
Wow.
It just seems like
that's
a
if
lot.
we hit a 40% yield of sugar.
Okay.
The less yield, the less bottles. So we're very precise on that. He's a true formulation chemist. He's been doing it for over 40 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so he really has got it dialed in. So the family tequila they did have was not additive free, and that was a big push. So when he kind of reformulated it, it took a while. We launched our Blanco Repo and Extra Añejo first, And about 2 years later, he finally was comfortable with the añejo. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
So this is the añejo here.
Yep, that's añejo.
Which is basically a bourbon, or not bourbon, but it's aged that way?
Aged, yep.
It's aged.
So I like to tell people, so when you start with the silver,
Wait, can I see if I remember this?
Oh, I'm ready.
Because I did at one point learn at the restaurant I just worked at, like the ages of each of these, and I'm probably going to botch it.
Oh, absolutely.
But okay, I know that silver is less than a year.
I like to say there's no barrel aging. No, you're correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And then repo is like, man, I already forgot. Is it between 1 and 2 years? No. Okay, you take over. I lost.
You got one right.
You did. So repo is normally about a 3-month aging process. Is what it normally falls under. And once you get to the repo, añejo, and extra añejo, and reposado, you remember what reposado means?
Actually, no.
Resting.
Oh.
So resting in the barrel. So we use American white oak bourbon barrels.
Is that Spanish?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, so we use, I thought you knew Spanish.
I do know Spanish. That's why I was like, why didn't I know that? I know another word for resting.
You can fact check me. Yeah,
I believe you.
No,
I believe you.
I'm just making this shit up.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, but
he bought these bottles on the way here.
Is the silver?
See why I keep looking at my arm?
Is the Blanco less than a year, or it doesn't age at all?
Doesn't age at all.
Okay, so I was wrong. Even
I like to say
guess.
straight from the nipple right into the bottle.
Okay, perfect.
Goes right in.
Cool. Okay,
and then you go to a 3-month on a reposado, means resting. So it's resting in that we use American white oak bourbon barrels.
Okay.
Some people use whiskey. We use bourbon. One thing that we do different is when we get those barrels, the reposado, we'll char them for about 15 seconds. We'll roll them in glycerin first, char them for about 15 seconds, and scrape them to get all the kind of the extra, the old bourbon and the old mash out of them. And then we pour into that. And then, so we make sure it's done. And one thing is down there to make sure it's done. And you think, okay, I've been to Mexico. There's really no rules. But when it comes to tequila, man, you're dealing with the government. So the CRT comes over. We pour it off into the barrel. They put big green tape over it. They date it, sign it. And anytime you go to that barrel and even take a little vat out of it to test it, they have to log be there.
Oh, they have to be there.
They have to be there because they're the ones logging it. So make sure nobody's cheating, man.
Yeah.
So we'll do that, and then we constantly rotate them debasing on heat. And so then, but we barrel age ours for 9 months. So it gets a little more of that bourbon flavor. Mm-hmm. We only use our barrels twice, where a lot of the big major brands use them 3 times to maximize their yield out of everything.
Yep.
But by the 3rd time, there's really nothing left in the barrel to give it the flavor. So it's so inconsistent. So we'll do that. And then if we go to, well, you know what? That'd be a good time to try the reposado.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You keep saying that right after I take a sip of beer, and then I have to cleanse my palate.
Reposado's this one, right?
Reposado's this one.
Okay. You already gave us our...
Yep, I gave you a little pour there.
This is not going to give me a buzz.
Yeah.
We're going to have to take a real one later.
Oh, hey, the bottle's yours. Now, now that you kind of know the tasting, now we can just down the hatchet.
Yeah, that's right.
You know? Cheers,
right,
salud.
Cheers.
Salud.
Isn't that delicious?
It really is.
No one else cleared their throat.
Well, we did that in the first one. You could. It'll change a little more.
Yeah.
So smooth. Wow.
You know what it tastes like? Another. It's my go-to, or tastes like some more. Tequila, some more.
Some more.
Yeah, some more. Another's always a good one. That's what I kept doing on that one podcast. That's how we drank all 4 bottles down halfway with just 3 of us.
Yeah.
Every time we turned around, we were drinking another. I'm going, yay.
And how was it the next morning?
Felt good.
If you stick with if you're just drinking tequila.
Because there's no additives.
Yeah. So and that's where a lot of the misnomer comes. I'm going to get completely wasted. Well, it's when you add the pineapple juice or you add the margaritas and all that. The more sugar you put in there, that's what causes all the dehydration, causes the splitting headache the next day. But if you just throw this on some ice or you just sip it, I'm telling you, next day, man, you're ready to conquer the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
No aspirin required.
That's one thing I learned as I get older is the least amount of things you drink, the least headache you're going to have.
Bingo.
Because when you're doing shots here and there and everyone's like, shot, beer.
Oh, yeah.
Then you're just fucked. So.
Hey, we remember the old saying, mixing beer and liquor just makes you sicker.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought it was like Before and after.
Beer before liquor, never been sicker. Liquor before beer, you're in the clear. That's what I've always heard.
Oh. And then it's...
I always include wine as the beer section.
You're very wise.
I do too, because I'll drink wine anytime in the process. I'm a big wine guy too.
Man, I just like drinking.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there you go.
I told people I got tired of paying for it, so why not get involved in the company, because now I can drink for free.
Well, and that's why I'm your friend. I'm just...
I know. How many times have we met in the Starbucks? Oops, should I say that? Did they get a free plug? Now, will they pay for the show?
Well, we make deals. We make deals, but there's no money exchange. Just love.
Just love.
Just hugs.
Just tequila
hands.
love.
Just eye contact.
Yeah, just
changes.
It is.
You got the stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what accent that was.
I don't know either.
I'm going to say it wasn't any.
All right. So we went over the silver, the reposado. Añejo, what's the aging on that?
So, okay. Miss Spanish teacher.
Yeah.
Añejo.
Is that a color?
Añejo, is it like ancient?
You're almost spot on. Vintage.
Vintage.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got the vintage.
Okay.
And the aging process on this is normally 9 months to a year.
Okay.
Ours is almost 2. So on the añejo and extra añejo, what we do is there again, use the bourbon barrels, glycerin roll, but we char them for about 25 seconds.
Okay.
Heat them up a little more, pour it in there, and it's just amazing. It really makes a big difference. You wouldn't think so, but charring, just warming that barrel up and putting it in.
So what's going to make someone buy the extra over the other, or vice versa?
Well, when we created this, we went after that 19. So all of our brand, all of our expressions, which we call them tequila expressions, we went after that Casa Amigos, the Don Julio customer, more of the premium tequila drinker. Mm-hmm. I mean, Patron falls in that category, but as they'll tell you, real tequila drinkers don't drink Patron.
Well, it's kind of, yeah.
But they've done an amazing job of branding and marketing, and kudos to them. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
And,
it's obviously a decent tequila, or it's kind of like Nickelback, you know. For some reason, they're famous as hell.
I know.
But I can't stand
and that
them.
song, Silverchair.
What are you going to say about Silverchair?
Oh, watch it.
I like Silverchair.
Okay. All right.
That's the Nickelback, right? Isn't it? Was that with their album, one of their albums with Silverchair?
No.
Who am I thinking of?
I don't know, but don't ever put those two bands in the same sentence.
I am so sorry. But I like Silverchair.
You are speaking fighting words with this.
Silverchair is one of my favorite bands. Of all time,
so maybe that's what I'm confused. But I like Silverchair. I thought that's why I was associated that with Nickelback, because I thought that was their claim to fame, their song or whatever.
No, I think theirs was Photograph.
Okay.
Look at this photograph.
Okay. That's why I don't like Nickelback.
Yeah.
Okay, now I remember. Yeah,
it's all coming back.
It is. Give me a little Silverchair then, to refresh my memory.
Well, you would probably remember...
Walking in straight line.
Well, that's one of their new ones, but it was probably off the Tomorrow.
Quite a while ago.
You're putting me on the spot here, and I'm not going to be able to remember. You wait till tomorrow.
There we go.
You better wait too, fat boy, fat boy.
Hey everyone, I'm Joe, founder and CEO.
I was going to play it for you, but
Yeah.
a commercial came.
Well,
Joe,
what would have
founder and
happened though is
CEO
if you would have played it,
We
it would have
would've
showed
gotten it.
how terribly off key I was, because I couldn't find the note.
Well, you know what? Maybe he just needs more tequila.
I think we do. So let's do this. Before we take our break, let's try the añejo.
Okay, let's do it.
And
let's get a fresh cup here, everybody.
Also, before the break, hate to break it to you, he hasn't told us his 3 grooves yet.
Okay, yeah. Let's do this. Let's have a sip of this, and you can tell us your 3 grooves.
My 3
So
grooves.
your 3 grooves are going to be the 3 things in life that bring you the most joy, passion, get you excited to get out of bed every day and live life.
I like that.
Yeah, that's why we call it the Groove Life Podcast, because we like to live a life full of groove.
Why don't you throw one at us? What's one groove for you?
Well, everyone's got to start with this. Family.
Family.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Family gets me up every morning. My children, my beautiful wife of 30 years this year. Can you believe she's
You know what's crazy, dude? Is
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I
It's the hardest job I've ever had.
when I reconnected with
It
you,
really is.
when I reconnected with you, and you said you and your wife come to my shows, I had to refresh because I had to see who the faces were, and I totally know your wife.
Oh, 100%.
And it's just like I haven't seen you guys for a long time, though.
And you may know her sister. Her sister's a huge fan of yours as well from way back when. And my wife we just love
she
everything
friended
you do.
me on Facebook after we reconnected too.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I'm telling
Family.
You, so it's like family.
Here's to family.
So here's the
to family.
So now this is going to be 2
Familia.
years barrel aged. We went after a 1942 Don Julio customer on this one, which is $199 a bottle. Ours is like $70.
Okay.
Available at the Hy-Vees, Oakland Road, Ben's Liquors, all the good places here.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So here we go. Salud.
Salud.
You're going to get a little more whiskey in this one because now you're getting up into 2 years, so it's going to pour more flavor in of that bourbon.
Yep.
Tasting that.
Yeah, you're
that
going to get
wood.
a little more of that wood, a little more of that oak. You're going to get a little more earth, a little more earthy. But there again, amazing.
Yeah.
And this is added free. So a lot of these companies will drop a little like 1942, which there again, Don Julio, great brand. I'm not going to say anything bad about them.
Yeah.
But a lot of them will, to kind of mask some of the inner ingredients they use, or they may not barrel age it enough, will drop like a little vanilla in it. Like Casa Azul, a great tequila, phenomenal, $200 a bottle. Could drink the whole bottle. It's got a lot of vanilla in it.
Okay.
So they'll put a little vanilla. They'll put maybe a little cinnamon, and just to kind of give it a little more flavor, or to give it also darken it up a little bit to give it a little more.
Okay.
Well, then the
aging.
extra has the more darker look too.
Yes,
yeah.
and these are all natural barrel aged, where a lot of them, like I said, will drop a little chocolate, maybe a little cinnamon in there to give it a little darker color. We're one of the very few that actually use all clear bottles. We want you to see it.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, number 2.
Number 2, that kind of gets me up in the morning. I would say just the zest for life. I just love meeting people, getting out there. I mean, honestly, all of us have issues that every day we deal with, whether it be personal, financial, health, or something like that. But I want to kind of go out there and try to, I've always been a super positive person, high energy, good vibe person, and have a lot of people that talk to me quite a bit. And I got the time for anybody.
Right.
So I feel by getting up every morning, no matter what kind of ailments I have or something like that, I know I'm going out there to try to be a positive influence on somebody, no matter what. If someone's got a bad day, I want to help them. I mean, there's a lot of times I'll be outside somewhere and someone will come up to me and I'm like, hey, can I get you something? You know what I mean? I want to do the old
It's very evident too.
Yeah.
I've seen that in you from.
Yeah, I mean,
just a very
for the first
pleasant
time we
person.
met, I mean, come up, we give each other a hug. Here you go, man. Whatever you need.
Right.
And I do. I mean, I'm literally a person that wants to do good for animals, do good for people. I just want to try to do good.
Yeah.
And it's so hard because there's so many times that I get up every day and I feel like I'm getting kicked in the nuts.
Sure.
But I know when I get up every day, I'm going to make a mistake. I may say something wrong, but as long as I can learn and take something positive out of it and try to pass it on, and that's all I can do, man.
Right.
I just want to be a good person.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Love it. That's great.
I know.
One more.
One more
Oh my
and
God.
one more.
What?
We've got one more and one more.
And then one.
Oh, yeah. We got to have one more before we get one more.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Do we,
Okay.
I
I
guess we
got new
have
ones.
to-
I got new ones. Yeah, we went fresh. So this is our extra añejo, extra vintage.
Yep.
So where most
really
of
pretty.
these, this is
I like the-
amazing.
There's not red on the other ones, is there? I like that. I like that red
That
on the
little
bottle.
red color?
Yeah.
Well, and I'll tell you the story about all that too. And so this is 5 years barrel aged. And this has won about every possible award you can win.
Oh yeah.
We've never lost a
Grammy?
competition. Well, yeah, everything but the
Oscar?
Grammy, Tony, Oscar.
Okay.
Micah, you were so quick. I
No
love it.
EGOT.
Yeah.
Isn't it the EGOT?
I think so. Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah, look at that. And I'm not that bright. So,
I'm bright. My father calls me son.
wow. That was the tequila talking.
Yeah.
Man.
So now
You just
this
wait.
is 5 years barrel aged.
Okay.
The thing I love about this, and there's so many people say, oh, I can't do tequila, I'm a whiskey guy. I'll say, you know what, hey, let me go get you whiskey. I'll get them one of these wherever we're at and put it on ice or whatever. And they'll say, now this is why I don't drink tequila. And I'm like,
Well, you're drinking tequila.
I mean, everyone's, and this makes an amazing, or extra, old-fashioned.
Ooh, yeah.
Is this still called an old fashioned? I mean, yeah, you made tequila old fashions at
Tequila old-fashions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mules.
Yeah.
Salud.
Salud.
Yeah, this will change your life. This will put hair on your peaches.
I can feel that in my plums.
Oh, it does. that has the finish of a good bourbon.
It's got the burn. It's got the burn.
Yeah.
Where the Blanco doesn't have the burn.
Yeah.
Or I like to say the
I like
melt. I do too. I mean, that's
why I like bourbon. So I like that my mouth is still kind of sizzling a little bit.
Yeah, it's just got that
nice.
great finish to it. And
it is very bourbonish or whiskey-ish.
It's rich like a bourbon.
It is, sure. and it does. And they're, again, less than 1% sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's true 5 years barrel aging. So you feel, think of sitting in one of those barrels 2 more years being constantly rotated and moved around. It's just bringing all of the barrel in, all the oak, all the earth, little of that corn, So it's just delicious.
I like corn.
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 Corn's a good group too. I do like corn.
Yeah.
And
backwards are.
Yeah, but this one's amazing, and for only being 3 years old, and I mentioned this to you kind of offset. I didn't even know, so my phone started blowing up like crazy in February, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? I got places from all over the country calling me. They go, hey, we want to carry your tequila. I'm like, how'd you get my name? And they said, well, you guys were in Food and Beverage Magazine. You guys were one of the 3 best tequilas in 2024.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell?
And you didn't even know that.
Didn't even know. So I call him like, okay, I'm so used to people calling me every day wanting a money grab or, hey, we'll slap your name on this, send us $10,000 or, it's one of these. And I'm like, so I call him.
Don't call him.
No, don't. I know the game.
It sounds like he already read our message.
We'll wait a week.
Oh, yeah.
No, Dad, I sent it yesterday.
You sent it already.
Yeah. Well, you told me to Venmo you that you had itching problems. Was it something different?
You say itchy problems?
Well, that's it.
I have itchy problems. Can you help me?
Yeah, itchy scratchy. Remember that little show? Remember that? She's not too young. But so they called me. So I called Food and Beverage. They go, oh, did you not see the email? I'm like, do you know how many emails I get a day? And I go, no. And they go, yeah. This is like the 3rd week of January. They go, you guys were winners. I'm like, did we sign up for this? They go, no, that's the beauty of it. We have an independent panel.
That's
and
cool.
we don't let people know because we don't want the judges to be influenced.
Right.
So it's a true voting. And you guys truly, us, G4 and Ocho. And so I've had the other 2 and they're good tequilas.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm like, how did you even find this? They go, you're out there just enough.
But that makes you kind of more popular because people have to hunt for you.
They do.
Cool.
And I did a podcast with people called the Tequila Aficionados. So they're like all catadors. There's 8 of them. And they're from all over the country. And they are the true judging standards of tequila. And people are afraid to go on their show because they'll never try your tequila until they're in front of you.
Wow.
So if they open it up and they don't like it, they're going to tell you right there, this sucks. And they don't mess around. And so when they had us on,
I would just never go meet with them.
No,
Yeah.
so
like,
a lot of people
I'd
say
be like, no, you suck.
Yeah, a lot of people say no. Oh, yeah. And so I was sitting there, and we did it at the Hotel Amorano in Burbank. And he's like, are you ready? I'm like, born, baby. Let's do this.
Wow.
You're
Yeah.
going to love me. You're going to hate me. But at least you're going to talk about me. I don't
there you
care
go.
how it goes.
Either way.
No bad press.
Oh, absolutely. And we just knocked it out of the park. So now we're considered one of their brands of promise. So
Wow.
a lot of people follow them because they have their own newsletter and they got everything. And they really do it the right way.
Yeah.
They're kind of like the Consumer Reports of tequila. You read in Consumer Reports, you can trust it.
Right.
So I was pretty happy for that.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It, like I say, and another.
You didn't even
tagline-
drink yours.
Well, shit, I poured a double.
Oh, okay. But now you have to tell us your 3rd groove, and then we got to take a break.
Okay, so my first was family.
Yeah.
Second,
Zest for life.
Zest for life.
Third, and I know this sounds cheesy, but I just want to, there again, I'm going to tie it back into family. First of all, it's family giving love, giving support, being there for me, and everything. But I want to leave, when my bingo ball is finally pulled, I want to make sure my family is financially secure. I mean, as you know, I work, you tell me to sell stop signs tomorrow, I'll do it. I'm not afraid to do anything.
I've got so many stop signs in the back of my car.
Thank God, finally.
Yeah, we've been looking for someone.
So yours the cars with the boot on it?
Yeah.
So they caught it?
Yep.
Okay, so I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yep, I got you.
Yeah, and
It's already sold.
yeah, so I want to do something where not only do I give a lot to foundations and charities that kind of do things for a better. I've sat on many boards and tried to help out. Like my favorite board truly is like the YMCA because I like to go there because all of my kids went through the YMCA.
Sure. So you like being part of nonprofits and
I like being part of that
shit.
and doing stuff like that. And I want to make sure that I do things for them and do things for my family. So when I leave this earth, hey, they don't need to be driving, Maseratis and stuff, but I want to at least have them so where
they're taken care of.
They're taken care of.
Yeah.
And that could be just, give them a lot of love and support right when it's done. But I want them, like we all try to do, like you do for your daughter. We all do more for them. Like our parents did for us.
Yeah.
And I just came from the West Side, man. You got that on camera? Midwest. I throw that on California.
That's something like
in Compton. They put those damn things down. See, you kind of get Now that may be a little Midwest.
Might get myself in trouble. Yeah.
There you go, like that. See, so you can mix it, rotate a little bit. West Side, baby.
The
West
blood.
Side.
Was it blood or something?
It's like this.
That hurts my fingers.
It's like arthritic.
Can you read it?
Yeah, but that's the thing is now that I have
it's 100% not happening.
Yeah.
This is not.
No,
and this is
that'd probably get me beat up.
That's
the decrepit.
Yeah, Aunt Jane.
Oh, yeah. See, but so that's kind of third. I want to do kind of leave a mark, and this ties back to where everyone. I love this. Everyone thinks, oh my God, you have a tequila company. You guys are print money. They have no idea what it takes for marketing. So, I mean, to even get a container of tequila across the border is $1.7 million. Wow. Before you sell your first bottle.
Change, man.
Before you sell your first bottle.
Yeah.
So you're already in the hole.
Right.
And then on top of that, you got like our travel, giving away bottles, marketing, promoting, doing stuff. And I refuse to use any of the big distributors. And I hope you hear this, RNDC and Southern and Breakthrough and all you guys.
They'll listen.
Oh yeah, I hope
Huge
so.
Groove Life fans.
They should,
man.
Because they're pirates, man. They take so much of your profits, and all they're doing is supporting the big brands.
Yeah.
So all these little brands pay for the big ones. So we only try to use local or regional distributors in different pockets of the country to support them, because they'll never have the Casa Amigos or some of these other big companies because they don't have the distribution.
Yeah.
That's where we want to partner with. And
well, we got your logo on our podcast, so
I love it, man.
Little sponsorships you've been doing with us, just helping us out.
Like the sound box and all that. And like all of our labels, I make all of our labels at Cedar Graphics.
Oh, nice.
And then Fire Eisen does the embossing of them. So a kid I went to high school with, Mike, thank you, Mike, and keep over there, Mike Potter.
Okay.
So if you don't know.
We have a Mike that does our glasswork. So
so Mike does good. So we do that. All of those are made there. All of our merchandise that I've given you guys and all this and this is all made at Level 10 here in Cedar Rapids.
Very, very
so
amazing.
We do everything we can. My business cards are made local. Yeah. Everything I can to do local, I will. We send our labels down then to Mexico. Our bottles are obviously and stuff are made down there.
Yeah.
They're very artesian, very beautiful, but
they are beautiful.
We can't make those here. But everything that I can do to support a local community, I do.
Yeah.
I try to get back and sometimes, hey, I know I could save money having it done somewhere else, but you know what? I gotta go to bed at night. I want to try to do what I can.
You're being intentional with where you're spending it. Yeah,
I am.
100%.
I just
love it.
All those people said I would be nothing at Jefferson High School in '83. Screw you.
Oh, dude.
Look at me now, baby. I'm still nothing, but I'm on an amazing podcast.
You are.
And you're not.
That's right.
You're not.
And on that note, let's take a break and we'll come back.
Yeah.
I was like, what is it?
That sounds
close.
I can't believe I'm saying this. Need Pizza has decided once again for the year 2025 to be our sponsor for the Groove Life Song of the Week. There was only one stipulation, and that was that we continue to give away free pizzas. And I was like, no one's going to want free pizza. Not compute. Can't believe said that out loud. Everybody wants hot to the touch, fresh from the oven, New Haven style pizza, plus tasty appetizers and fresh salads. Everybody wants ice cold, locally crafted beer. Everybody wants to be greeted at the door with a smile and be invited into a warm atmosphere where the staff makes you feel like part of the family every time you visit. Let's make this simple. Everybody wants a damn pizza, and Need Pizza is the place to get it.
Need Pizza is a locally owned, independent pizzeria established in 2015, located at 207 2nd Avenue Southeast in the heart of downtown.
Do
Pizza. Feed your need.
Hello, Groove Life family. I've got this good friend. His name is Kyle Rogers. Not only is he a good friend, a great musician, and has killer hair and a cool beard, but he also owns his own painting company, Cairo Painting, K-Y-R-O. These guys specialize in interior, exterior, residential, and commercial painting, including deck and fence staining. Cairo Painting prioritizes honesty, quality, and efficiency. I mean, those are important things, man. I want a good job done. I don't want to have to second guess. Am I getting ripped off? And also, I want it done like in a timely manner so I can get on with my life. And these guys are the real deal. They even have insurance coverage. So you know you're going to get exceptional results. They offer color consultations, drywall repair. Drywall? What's drywall? Drywall repair. Let's just say they're going to transform your space with passion and excellence. So here's what I'm thinking. You need to contact Cairo Painting today. Schedule your estimate and let them bring your vision to life.
You can reach Cairo Painting at 319-389-5456 or find them on Facebook and Instagram at Cairo Painting. Cairo Painting has been serving the Cedar Rapids, Iowa and surrounding areas since 2020.
Cairo Painting.
I love the intro.
Thank you.
You need to write a Tequila Bob song. We don't. It's the same.
Write a Tequila Bob song?
Yeah,
I think you did.
Yeah. That's actually from All But Screaming back in the day, off our first album. But I was saying that the last pod we did was with Jess High, which was amazing.
Right.
But I had my hair in the business bun.
Okay. Yeah.
This is party bun.
Right.
I had it in the business bun, kind of all tied up, nice and neat.
Yeah.
But I had one just kind of hanging and bouncing
One
the whole
stray?
time.
You always say
Yeah,
that
I don't mind if
you
they're
don't
sticking
care
up.
if there's
I don't
one.
mind this kind of shit, but it was all nice and tidy, but one was just kind of bouncing out. So when I was doing the thumbnails and stuff, I'm like, oh, there's a whatever. It doesn't really matter. But
I'm kind of disappointed you didn't pick up when I said you had one stray. Remember for this?
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
That was good. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
So you said that you could make a really killer summer drink with tequila.
I can't.
Well, it just so happens that summer is about here. I don't want to rush it. I love spring. I don't want to rush it. I love spring. But why don't you tell us what this summer drink is and which one do you use?
Well, my drink is summer, and I'll tell you what.
You want a lime?
Any of you people go out and do this, like they're in Oakland Road Hy-Vee, the Hy-Vee stores, Ben's Liquors, and buy a bottle. You don't like it, you give me a call. I'll even give you my number, 8675.
I'll drink it for you, 309.
309.
Oh, shit, I knew that was
Ask for
coming.
Jenny. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
As soon as you said the first part, I'm like, that's my phone number.
But no, so what
I'll
I
drink
do,
it.
and I'll keep 4 or 5 of these going all summer. And what I do is I go and get like a bigger bottle of Simply Lemonade or any kind of lemonade. You know,
Okay.
it doesn't matter. And I will pour half of that out into like another little container.
Because you don't want to waste it.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
It's always good.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'll take the other half of my Blanco and pour it in.
Okay.
So you got half lemonade, half tequila in one of the, what is it,
And you don't
64
have to
ounce?
pour out half the Blanco because
It's
you're
already
putting it
bottled.
into another one. Yeah.
Absolutely. You could,
Or he already drank half the
He
Blanc.
already drank half.
Yeah.
Because
Or
he
you
said
could-
the other half of his Blanco.
Oh yeah. I drink it halfway down and
Yeah.
then pour the rest in.
Right. Yeah.
And then what I like to do then is I do that and then I cut up some strawberries, 5
Oh,
or 6
shit.
strawberries.
Oh, shit.
Drop it in the top. And then my wife doesn't like it kind of like a little spicy. So I'll put that in the fridge, let it sit overnight so it all infuses.
Yeah.
Holy shit, is all I gotta say.
Yep.
And then I'll cut up half a jalapeno.
In the other lemonade.
I'll do the same
Yeah.
thing, but I'll cut up half a jalapeno in
Okay,
there
yep.
to mix with the strawberries to give it kind of that warm
Yeah.
melt on the back end. And I always try to keep 4 or 5 of those each in my fridge because when people stop by, I'm telling you, wowza.
I love it. You know, we have a bar at our house. So
Even
Sounds
taste
amazing.
any of the tequila at all. It's and you're thinking, okay, that's half lemonade, half tequila, but with that infused strawberries in there, it's almost like a strawberry lemon. It is so smooth.
The jalapeno is cool too. I
like
that.
The jalapeno is fantastic, and it's that simple. You know, that's all you got to do. You know, there again, you can look at me and see I'm not that smart. I need to be simple.
Yeah. Well, that's why you use simple lemonade. Yeah. Simply lemonade. See what we're doing there?
Wow. This kind of goes back to the story. See, but I caught that.
Mm-hmm. You guys are both just on it.
I know. Well, listen, let's talk a little local since we all love local. Let's do a little local music.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. So we have some good news today.
Logus wasn't here, so
I know. You always have to. Yeah, he did it earlier though.
Why not both?
Why not both?
See, you should say that in Spanish.
¿Por qué no los dos?
There you go.
Oh.
See? She doesn't know what añejo means, but she did
Wait,
actually.
sorry. I knew what añejo meant. I didn't know what reposado meant.
No.
It means represent.
Dad, it means rest.
Rest, yes.
Rest.
All right, so listen, we're doing the segment we call the local music calendar. And this is a really fun announcement that you guys are hearing for the first time. I'm staring at our logo. You, Shane, and Mikah are hearing this for the first time. We have just teamed up with none other than Theater Cedar Rapids and are going to start doing reviews of their shows.
Yeah, we are.
So I don't know if it'll be every single show, but at least all their big ones. So basically me, Mikah, and Bon will be attending the shows. And then on our next podcast after that show that we've seen it, we'll just talk about it a little bit and just do a little review. And we're also going to give away a ticket to each show.
The fun thing about that is that it kind of is going to come randomly on an episode that we're giving away a ticket because we want to make sure you get it before the show is done running at the theater. Yep. So it might not be when we review the show, but we might just randomly decide to give
Well, for instance, tonight, we just found out about this a couple days ago. So we wanted to give one away for Hairspray because Hairspray is going for the next 3 weeks.
Okay.
So when this comes out, there'll still be 2 weeks left. And we want you guys to be able to see that because they only do a big show like every few months. So
Right.
So anyway, we're actually going to draw a name tonight. We'll do it when we do the Song of the Week. We'll do both.
You should probably have your guest draw it.
Well, we already drew it.
We already selected it.
What?
Yeah. I don't put them all in a hat or nothing.
No, we don't take the time to write it out.
Actually, Siri is our official drawer.
We ask Siri to pick the number, and then she.
So it's fair.
I like that.
I'm not that I know who's each number anyway, but
no, if we had it as a physical drawing, you would be doing it for us.
Oh,
hell yeah, dude.
Hey,
actually, we might bring you here now every episode just to draw.
I'll do that.
I know. I bet
I'll
you
bring
would.
a bottle of tequila next time too.
We'll just be drunk off our asses.
I want to give you guys a kudos because that's an amazing honor too for Theater Cedar Rapids.
Yeah,
and for people who haven't seen a play or anything there, that is one of the
most amazing
stellar places.
Yeah, we had Katie on our podcast, and she talked all about. She's the head dog over there, and we've been going to TCR. Shit, you performed there a few.
My first
seasons.
TCR show was when I was like 11 years old or something.
And Bry Guy's been in a couple too.
True. Yep.
Yeah.
And
I was probably hanging out in the Lingy Lounge.
Dude,
you know,
love it.
Well, I'm telling you.
Yeah, we love going there. We're actually going this weekend, which it'll be over. We were going to give a ticket away, but it's this weekend.
We're going to go see Wolves.
The Wolves.
The Wolves. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go this way. What is the best show you feel you've seen at Theater Cedar Rapids? I know what mine is.
Well, we've only seen a couple shows this year, but I know which one's
No,
mine.
he means ever.
Ever? Oh, ever? Oh, I already know that too.
Okay,
I knew
I'm
that
ready.
you would know, but it might take me a second. You go first.
Mine would be Rent.
Ooh, that was good.
Plus, I know so many people that were in that. I got to know them after because I was pretty new around here when it was here, and I loved it. I mean, there's a lot of good ones I've seen though.
Amazing shows. Mine, Little Shop of Horrors.
Well, that's coming up this summer.
They're doing it again this year.
They're bringing it back.
Yep.
Oh my God, yeah, that.
So you gotta
I gotta go back.
Put your name in the drawing. We'll get you a free ticket.
I know.
Well, I'm excited now. I'm excited. I mean, I saw the Rick Moranis movie, but anyway.
I have to say probably Spring Awakening.
That was good too.
So good.
I missed that one.
Sweeney Todd was pretty good. Come on, there's so many good ones.
Too many to choose from.
We've been going to their shows
so many
forever, and
talented people here.
Yeah,
that literally world-class productions.
I agree completely. But that's seriously, we are glad to partner with them, and we will be doing that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll give away one during Song of the Week tonight for Hairspray. And let's go ahead and tell you what's going on here in the local music calendar. I'll be quick. I'm not in a hurry. We're having fun here. May 1st through the 18th. So May 1st will already be gone by the time this drops. But the next 2 weekends after this drops, Hairspray will be going. Okay. I think they go Thursday through Sunday, right?
Got it.
And usually Sunday has a matinee, I think.
Yep.
So that's Hairspray. My good friends, Dream Thief will be playing at Cliff Banger over at Cliff's Dive Bar on the 25th of May. Fresh Fighters will be at Poopy's in Savannah, Illinois. I don't know why I said Illinois.
Love Poopy's.
I'm going to Des Moines tomorrow, by the way.
No, I laughed because it's called poop.
I know. I hate that word because it makes your mouth go poop.
Ew.
And then Eastland, my original band with the guys from Fresh Fighters, is playing at the Ideal Theater on June 21st. And then one more, the next Fresh Fighter show, I get asked all the time, when's that going to be? Will be at the Olympic on the 12th. And we just booked a Chicago Smashing Pumpkins tribute to open for us. So it's going to be amazing.
I'm on the list.
Duh.
Yeah. Hey,
you're a sponsor, dude. Come on.
How about a couple of weeks ago? We missed each other.
Yeah, I played at the Q. Yeah.
Well, the Q, but how about the Olympic? Andy Frasco.
Yeah, we announced that too. Yeah.
Hell of a show.
I've run sound for him a couple times. Yeah. He's pretty great.
Chris Lager, two great performers.
Amazing.
So good.
They're amazing.
Shout out to Steve. Way to put on a good show there at the Olympic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Steve is the shit. And I love Steve. You
Shriver.
said you're going to give him a shout out.
I know. Steve Shriver, man.
Steve Shriver.
You're supposed to be in the audience.
He was going to come hang out with us tonight.
He was going to come and be my yay guy.
Yeah. But, also a shout out to Tone.
Oh, how about Tone, the boss? And how about John? Let's give a shout out to John, too. And Tevin. I love all those guys.
Let's give a shout out to everyone we know. Let's just all go around the circle.
And the Soundbox, man. We love you
guys.
Soundbox. Yeah. It's just all of you guys do amazing
Actually,
things.
Soundbox is who got me hooked up with you for this.
Absolutely.
And I thank Tone and Tevin for that. So
Tone and Tevin and John, and the way they support the local up-and-coming artists, they do amazing stuff.
Probably more than anybody in this town. Seriously.
Biggest heart
other than me, of course.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what? I really want to do the Groove Life Song of the Week.
You want to do it now?
Oh. Yeah. Can we do it?
Yeah.
I can. Must be a cart movie you do that.
Song of the Week.
Brought to you by Need Pizza.
Sorry, I'm just itching. We have 2 winners to announce.
I know, but we also this pod's going to go a little bit longer than normal today, which is totally fine. We're not doing the Tone and Tevin 2 hours, but we're going to hang for a little bit here. We're having a lot of fun.
Tequila drink. We are getting some of those down though. Look at that extra.
I know. We might want to.
It's winning.
I might want to save that.
Should we stagger these like it's a horse race? This one's kind of out front. Ooh, the repo.
Yeah. Looks like we need to we need to eat more of the reposado.
Apparently. Man, guys, I got to work tomorrow.
I know how Mikah's hiding hers behind her Modella because it's the same color.
It kind of is.
I actually am just going to dump it in. You never know.
Hey, let's have a little trivia review. Reposado, do you remember what that means?
Rested.
Oh my gosh, he is fabulous.
Dude, come on.
She's
in college.
Especially if it has to do with a new Spanish word, I'm going to ingrain it in my brain.
Yeah.
I'm always a learner when it comes to that language.
Is ingrain a word? I think so.
Yes, I'm going to ingrain it in my brain.
Is that Spanish?
Yeah.
No, that's English.
It's ingrain. You forgot to roll the R.
Yeah.
Ingrain. I'm going to ingrain it in my brain.
All right, so we have 2 prizes to give away.
We do.
So what we do here on the Groove Life podcast, for those of you that are listening for the first time, and by the way, since we've gone on YouTube and TikTok, we've almost doubled our listeners, which is fucking amazing. But on the Groove Life podcast, we give away a pizza every episode from our favorite place, Need Pizza.
Yeah.
And they've been sponsoring us for almost a year and a half now. Our Song of the Week. So we are going to have our typical traditional drum roll. There we go. Do it, Bri. How's that?
Love it.
Jake Stack.
Jake Stack won.
Jake Stack.
So
is that the
Jake's-
barbecue place in Kansas City?
It
Or
is.
is that Jack Stack?
Probably, yeah.
You know, Jake Stack gets mistaken for the name Jack Stack all the time.
Jack Stack.
Just that, like,
Who's
any-
Jack Stack?
That's a famous barbecue
No, I'm just
place
saying
on Kansas
when
City.
he gets put on lineups for gigs,
Oh, they say
always
Jack
put
Stack.
Jack Stack.
Yeah.
Jack Stack.
I think a jack steak.
Yeah.
Just different ways of pronouncing
Yeah.
those words.
Were we talking to you?
Wow, that tequila makes you saucy.
But we got Jake
it's really
Stack.
cool. Jake
Yeah,
was
I love
on
that.
our podcast, I would say 2 months ago.
A month or two ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just released a new album. You guys should totally check it out. And of course, I'm spacing the name because I'm something about water and sailing and
Yep.
Christopher Cross?
something like that. Yeah. And he was on here and he's like, I'm going to get on the drawing. I said, you have to wait till it's not your episode. And he did, and he won. So, Jake, we got a pizza for you. And he hired me. Remember I said, are you going to hire me, Jake?
He did.
And
I'm
meat
doing a 4th of
pizza,
July show
That
with him.
superfood salad they have, off the charts.
I've never had it.
Oh, that's all. I get the pizza. My wife goes, "You better not come home, Damon, without that superfood salad."
Well, now I
It's
need to let
amazing.
mom know that because she loves salad.
Superfood
Yeah,
salad.
I think it's called the superfood salad. Google, what do you got over there?
Well, I don't know if they
Maybe
would Google
superfood-
would need
Superfood
pizzas.
I
salad
think it's-
pizza or
No,
just
it's
the
a
superfood
superfood salad.
Okay, gotcha.
Brian's not very happy with you right now. So
Hey, okay, I'll throw them in a sneaky bitch T-shirt. How about my merchandise?
yeah, you have
We'll
merchandise.
give me one of those. What size you wear? Medium.
Medium.
Yes, medium. That's about right.
That is actually.
I do got some new crop
exactly.
tops. Do you want one of those?
Yeah.
Sure.
Belly shirt.
So Jake Stack won.
Love you, Brian.
For listeners right now.
I was kidding. Brian doesn't hate anybody.
I know. You're just so cool.
If you want to win and need pizza, all you got to do is comment or like the post that we post with Tequila Bob here for this episode. Sorry.
The thumbnail,
Yeah, it's
the
okay.
picture of us, you'll
Going
see.
forward.
You cannot win this episode, but
That's okay.
future episodes, go for
Hey,
it.
if I win, I want to give it to somebody else.
Oh, look at
Because
that,
I've been
paying
there.
it forward.
I do. I want to.
I've been there when I've never had meat pizza before.
Pizza. I want to give it
Yeah.
to someone who's never had.
I love it. That's
Well,
great.
you got to win still first. So,
Oh, I will win.
oh, I will.
We've got one more winner to announce. Our winner of our TCR ticket
Mm-hmm.
to Hairspray. Can we get another drum roll?
Hey, why don't we throw a bottle of tequila for this one? Or two?
We'll throw a bottle of tequila in there too.
Let's give him a
Why
bottle
not?
of
So this
tequila and
person
finish
that's
it
going to
up.
win the ticket also gets a bottle of tequila.
Apparently.
Absolutely. Why not?
All right.
Should we not?
No, I think that would be great. You're going to get a bottle. You can't take the tequila to the show. You get in trouble. But you could drink it before you get to the
You
show.
can take
Bring
me
it
to the
to-
show.
You know what?
There you go. She's single, actually, but you're not.
Because I know who the winner is. Bring the bottle on over to my house and we'll have a good time before the show.
We'll donate a bottle of Reposado.
Okay.
All right. To our TCR winner.
Can we get one more drum? Eliana Novit.
Eliana's going to be just dying like, oh my God.
Eliana is one of my best friends. She happened to win this week. It's not by
No.
promise, but
No.
I've known her since second grade. She's like one of my.
Is that why you
dearest
told
friends.
me to give a bottle of tequila to this next winner?
You chose to give the bottle of tequila
So I
away.
get right now. We turned that on.
But I won't turn
No,
it down.
no, it was
actually,
totally random. I just wanted to do it.
She's going to be one of those people that's just going to be so blown away by it.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
yeah.
perfect. She's perfect
Hey,
for it.
I'll
We love
even
her.
sign the bottle for her.
All right. Look at
Boom.
that.
Tequila
It's
Bob,
gonna
we got it.
Way.
T
B. Wow. Tequila.
continued.
Was it BTB though? Before Tequila
Well, yeah,
Bob?
before Tequila Bob was what we were talking
Yeah.
about earlier.
Yeah.
Awesome.
AC/DC.
Let's do some songs here.
Yeah.
Let's do another cheers to
Another
my
cheers?
good friends here.
How about my Blackbird? Do we not get a little sampling of that?
We do,
You're
but-
going to. We're just starting.
But
Okay.
shh,
You're
don't,
last.
I don't have to sing it,
spoil
do I?
it. No, but we're going to do your song last. So
Save the best for last. All right. I'll go first. Or who do you have up first? Me?
Yep.
So I have done a couple Turnstile songs throughout the years.
we love Turnstile.
But they just dropped their first song off their new album, and they haven't done an album in a few years. Like their last album blew up. Glow On, is it called? Glow or something? Anyway,
Sure.
this is their brand new song. It's called Never Enough, and it's amazing. So.
I like the waves for the video.
So I just freaking love these guys. When I first got into them, I thought they sounded a lot like Jane's Addiction. This doesn't quite as much, but some of their old stuff does.
Love the guitar licks, man.
Yeah,
I just love bands with guitars.
It's just grinding. It's just good groove music, and his voice is just. Their melodies are so specific. I think they don't sound like everybody else. They sound so much like Turnstile.
And that's
also
their new album.
This is their first song off their new album. Yeah, it's great. I've seen them twice.
I'm a big Turnstile fan.
This is music?
It grew on you.
It's not my typical music genre, but I really like Turnstile.
Yeah. That's okay. You can say that.
I've seen them live once.
But I still don't fucking like Noah Kahan, okay?
Wow.
I only like one song. I don't even know what that song is, but...
Well.
Then how do you know you like it?
Because my daughter is a huge Noah Kahan fan. So.
Whenever he tends to like a Noah Kahan song, I'm like, oh.
Give me a little sample.
Well, we can't do it right now, but...
Okay.
You don't want to hear me sing Noah Kahan.
Wait, she could sing it.
Nah, it's fine. You aren't gonna make.
See? There you go. You're like, oh, Noah Kahan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sure you do.
I went Shaka Khan, right?
Yeah, it's his brother. I just said his brother. Shaka Khan's a girl.
I was going to say.
All right. I'm going to go
Shaka Khan
next.
used to be a girl. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little Shabuzi.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, nice.
We're doing Let It Burn by Shabuzi.
I know he hurt you, babe, but you won't come clean. They say time heals all, but the pain runs way too deep. You lied to yourself so much that you started to believe that love doesn't last, 'cause it's all you've ever seen. Grab the matches, start a fire. Throw the memories in the flames, it's behind us. See the gold and the red, new horizons. Let it burn, let it burn. So run for the hills, baby, don't look back when you leave. There's a train headed west, move along, you got somewhere to be. Watch your step, coming on for the life that you live. Break the rules, cross the line, make a mess. This could be the only chance that you get. Grab the matches, start a fire. Throw the memories in the flames.
The hardest thing for me is his dreadlocks are so fucking beautiful, and I'm so jealous. I remember when mine were thicker. They were never that thick, but man, those are some dreads, man. Shit.
I don't think many people on this planet have dreads that nice. Like that's a pretty crazy level.
Those are crazy dreads, yeah.
Those are phenomenal.
But also Shabuzi, didn't he used to be more R&B, and then they steered him this way, the industry.
I think so. And this honestly isn't one of his most
it's
country.
a great song.
So he's more country now, and this one isn't super country anyway.
It's definitely got a country edge
yeah, it's got a flair to it, but I like that it's got that more pop side. There's a little R&B kind of mixing in there, I think, for sure.
Definitely. It's got some funk to it.
Yeah.
I think he's great, but his dreads are definitely
and just so
stellar.
the opening with that just super deep voice going on.
And what did he bring out? Just a 6-pack of Bud?
Sure. Yeah.
He's probably like, okay, take these away from me. And just cuts over. Give me my tequila.
Exactly.
Give me my Casa Amor,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I should mix it up a little bit and go instead of Beatles, go somebody different,
No, do what you came in with.
No.
We want to know.
I will say this. Every episode, it's all across the map. And that's what I love about it. Everyone's got something that hits them, and I love this song, so I think you should go with it.
Too. It's just just something I can relate to. My mom growing up; she's a huge Beatles fan.
Oh yeah,
one song that I just remember ever since elementary school, growing up to, and it just means so much. She's been gone for a while now. I love you, Mom. God bless you. And this is just something I can relate to her, and it's just emotional.
Love it.
Yeah.
Blackbird.
Let's hear it.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly. Blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night.
I think the thing about this song, especially by the Beatles, is so timeless. Like this could come out today and would kill.
Oh, 100%.
And I think
so
Beatles
natural.
across the board probably are that way, but this song especially, I feel like it could totally, like Post could re-release this song. He should.
He did.
Did he do this song?
Like yesterday.
Oh no, but it wouldn't surprise me. I'm sure many people have redone.
No, but it makes me think of Jeej. Jeej's version.
Did you hear him do it?
Yeah, doesn't he do it every once in a while at a fresh gig?
He has a video of him doing it. It's probably viral.
It is. It's just a classic. I mean, you're talking a guitar and a voice.
Well, so you need to check out Fresh Fighters because I don't think you've seen us yet. And our singer has a voice just like this.
Oh,
like he's got that McCartney vibe.
Incredible.
And so he does Foo Fighters amazingly, but a lot of his original shit is very Beatles.
Yeah.
Beatlesque.
Yeah.
You'd say.
Beatlesque.
Like
you come up with that term? Is that
I did.
Really? It's homegrown, huh? Okay.
Yeah, totally. I'll coin it, but feel free to use it.
Okay.
Own it.
Yeah. We can use it?
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, this guy is the most giving guy I've ever seen.
Mikasa.
You amor.
Oh.
Brian's like, I hate being the sober guy in the room.
I can't help but notice we've only heard 2 of the 4 ingredients.
I know. I did slip a couple of the other ones in.
No, you did not.
Yeah. He had sugar.
Sugar?
Sugar. He had agave.
Lemonade.
Lemonade and infused strawberries. There we go.
There you go.
No.
Jalapeno.
He mentioned pepper. He mentioned vanilla.
You got yeast.
You never mentioned yeast, though.
No, I didn't. I just didn't remember that.
Yeast has to be part of it.
And water? Is water an ingredient?
I was going to say water.
And so
do you count water, though, as one of the ingredients?
We do.
Okay.
So that's all 4.
So one thing about our yeast, too, where a lot of companies will use like a bread yeast or a champagne yeast to sweeten it up a little bit, especially the champagne. We only use the yeast from our own plants. Wow. So our process takes 2 to 3 weeks longer to produce, just because harvesting our own agave and then our own yeast from the agave plants. It's a much longer process, but we want to keep it as pure as possible and keep as much true ingredients in our tequila as we can. And a lot of places don't do that because it does it. To get the yeast out of your agave plants, it's a whole other process.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
It's easier just to buy a bag and dump it in.
Just some of that bread yeast, just throw it in there, or nutritional yeast.
You know what? I'm going to go home tonight, get some water, some yeast, some sugar, and then that agave we got growing in the backyard.
We have a bottle of agave from Hy-Vee.
Perfect.
Just put it in there.
We'll just make some tequila tonight.
Tequila!
Sounds like you got yeast infection coming.
Tequila.
Yes.
Wait. That. Is yours ye or I?
Yay.
Yeah. There it is.
Man, if I ever need to clear my throat, that's a good thing to do.
It is. And drink.
Or taste tequila and then...
All right.
Going back to one of the other questions, you remember what this tastes like?
Bourbon. What?
I mean, it was bourbon, too.
Tequila.
Another.
There we go.
Wow.
We'll do one more down, and then...
Let's do one more. Okay, so as we're wrapping this up, I want to... as we're rapisadoing this up... See what I did there?
Nice.
You mentioned it a couple times, but people want to try this Casa Amor Tequila.
Correct.
You said Hy-Vee. Is there specific locations that carry it right now?
I think it's in most of them, but Hy-Vee Oakland Road, I'm going to be there Friday from 4 to 6. If anyone wants to stop by for a tequila tasting.
Are you really?
We're going to be giving away a tequila basket with some shot glasses, a bottle of tequila.
What if I win? That'd be really weird.
Sadly,
is it a drawing?
It is.
So
everyone who shows up goes in the drawing, and I'm drawing that night.
All right.
Need not be present to win. So 4 to 6 Friday, Oakland Road, Hy-Vee.
Our listeners can't go because this episode won't come out till Monday. But
that's all right. That's all right. Well, okay. You guys.
Okay.
It sounds to me like
You're
Oakland
miss
Road.
A great tasting.
Well, they can still go as long as they hear about it somewhere else.
So Oakland Road probably is one that carries it.
Ben's Liquors does.
I don't think I've seen it at Edgewood yet, but now that's my place, so I'm going to make sure they do. I know the guys there.
Yep, I'm trying to get them in there.
I'll help you out.
Please, I'd love that. Yeah, and like I said,
local celebrity status here.
Absolutely, you are. You're a Z-list celebrity like I am.
Z-list, I love it.
And the reason why I say that is because there's no more letters in the alphabet, so I got to start with Z. I'm working my way up.
Sub Z.
Yeah, sub Z.
Is this my shot?
That is.
I don't know what the hell kind of shot that is.
Well, here. There you go.
Wow.
How about that?
Can I have a small one to finish out the episode?
Ooh, really? Okay, which one do you want?
You're like, I guess we could give her one more.
Give me the extra on you.
Ooh, she's going to
she wants the extra. You like the extra?
Si, señorita.
Mm-hmm.
You like the juice?
Ooh.
I don't know what that's from.
You like the juice?
Have a little Peter.
She likes the juice.
Have a little Peter Sellers in there, a Pink Panther.
The juice comes from an old SNL sketch.
You like it, the pepper?
You like a fresh pepper?
You like it, the pepper? That was a great one.
Well, let's do a toast to our new friend and sponsor, Tequila Bob from Casa Amor. And you can just call him Bob, or you can call him Techie.
No, I just call him Tequila.
Or you can call him TB or BTB.
BTB or TB.
Yeah, or To Be Continued, or TB a Mockingbird. No,
TB.
That's Tequila. Tequila Mockingbird.
Ooh, I like that.
All right.
But, we got to have me on down the road again. But I want to say, hey, what an honor it truly is to be on this show.
Thank you,
I was so excited. I'm so grateful. And you know what? This is the kind of stuff it's what life's all about. It's going to make me tear up.
Me too, dude.
I'm a little emotional because it really is.
And that's not the tequila at all.
The zest of life. Yeah,
it really
is.
This is. amazing what you guys do and all the way you support and now that you got theater Cedar Rapids. It's just you guys are living your best life.
Well, honestly, it's all about, this podcast is all about local. It's all about just seeing local creative people like yourself, get their name out there so that other creatives go, oh shit, I didn't know there was somebody that makes tequila that lives around here.
It's like to the streets, baby.
And all of a sudden we're just like all barbecuing, eating tacos together, and drinking tequila. So
hey, I was in Compton eating fried catfish and cornbread in that video, and fried chicken at Patty's in Compton with all those guys.
That sounds amazing.
So that's what it's all about. Just
I love you, dude.
Body experience, man.
Salud.
Salud.
Love you, Bri.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time.
Welcome to the